Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie, and welcome back if you're coming back to visit with me. That's always really fun and nice, and I love it. So today I'm starting a new project for Tanya at Teddy Treasures and Nanine's next paper pack. All the links will be below. I think they're calling this one Bluebell Woods or something like that. Bluebell Woods. I should really write these things down, but you know, I didn't. So I'm going to make a little envelope journal using their papers and some Edith Holden. Gonna be cool, gonna be really super fun. So I thought I'd start with at the beginning and put these together and just make our envelope. And our flaps. I've got some little smaller envelopes that I'm gonna use to make. I'll show you as I go. Because yeah, it's gonna be each Tuesday is Tanya Tuesday for me, I guess. Everybody's always trying to think of a theme for, you know, this day or that day. I never can come up with those. So now I've got videos that I'm doing for Tanya. So it's Tanya Tuesday. Sorry, Tanya. It's a thing. I get silly and yeah, it happens. Can't help it. So we're going to just put these together. I didn't fold this one backwards, so let me do it that way. So we're just going to stack these up straight-ish as I do all my little envelope journals. Get this stuff out of the way so I have a place to work. Sometimes I get in my own way, you know. Okay, now we've got that down there. And we've got one more because I'm doing three for the base, and then I think I've got 2 flaps to put in. It's just, I'm keeping it simple. Sometimes you want to do big elaborate things, and sometimes you just want to keep it simple. Most of the time I want to keep it simple. It's what I do. Okay, so yep. There we go. Our envelope base. Yeah, you just kind of stack them up and get them straight and then squash it down. Pretty simple. I've shown this like gobs of times before. There's lots of ways to put envelopes together to make a journal. Of course there is. But this is just how I do it. Okay, so I'm going to fold this over gently. And let it have a natural little crease over here. Excuse me, gosh, can't breathe. Okay, then I'm gonna do this. And fold it over. Yep, just fold it right on over gently, not pulling it or anything like that, just gently folding it over, right? Where is my brayer? Ooh, sorry. If that was loud, I do apologize. It's a thing. Sometimes crafting gets a little bit noisy. Okay, so now, as I have said before, most envelopes aren't closed on these corners. And these are the only ones you really have to pay attention to. This down in the middle, that doesn't matter. But these you do have to pay attention to. They'll give you grief later. So anything that's going to give me grief later, I'm going to pay attention to. Is that weird? I think it's weird. I'm my own kind of weird. Okay. just a quick little bit of glue right there to put that together. Okay. And Tanya's new kit is huge. It's big. Some of it's in her shop. Some of it's in Nanine's. And well, it's their kit. They did it together, is my understanding. So yeah. Okay, so now I've got that. We've got our 3 envelopes together. Looks nice, right? I think it does. Okay. Before we want to put on our matting, my next step is to put my flaps in. But I'm going to open this up. I'm trying to show you all the little steps and hurry and not forget anything, but you know, sometimes hurrying you do forget a few things. And so if I do forget a few things and you say, hey, how'd you do that? Just, you know, ask in the comments. I'll explain myself. Sometimes I can explain myself. Sometimes I'm like, well, I don't know. No, I'll explain myself. Okay. All right. So I want to put my flaps in here and here. And that gives me a lot of variety for this little journal. I mean, it's going to be small, right? But that's okay. I want them to be kind of at the same place, you know. So, yeah. I'll have to watch that as I go. But before I put those in, I'm going to go ahead and do my corners, because, yeah. I'm going to mat these little flaps with the paper from the kit. I'm being messy now. Get in there already. Okay. And I've got, oh, that's another video. Sorry. I've got a bunch of the little journal cards that they have in the kit. They have some that are just a bunch of birds and stuff. I don't know which part it's in. I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't remember everything. I'm just trying to get stuff done. So, sorry again, Tanya. Anyways, so I'm going to put this one in here. Yep. But yeah, it's in some of their stuff. It might be a freebie. I don't know. They have a lot of freebies that's going to go with this digital paper kit. So it might be some of that. I don't know. Anyways, they had a lot of journal cards that were very nature-y, and that's where I thought, well, Edith Holden will go really well with that. So that's, and I do like a bit of Edith, you know. She was an awesome lady. So let's get this in here and try to get it even on there, even-ish. Press it down so I don't have any humpy stuff. Okay. There you are. That one's in, right? Yes. Okay. All right. Let me get this one, and hopefully I won't be too messy. Sometimes it's messy. Well, mostly it's just my glue. I just filled it this morning because it was getting a little low. And, you know, I hate for it to clog up when I'm doing a video. I hate for it to clog up anytime, but when you just fill it up, it just seems to be a little bit extra exuberant with you. A little bubbly, right? I don't know. I must be in some kind of really silly mood today. Sorry. Let's do this one. Get this in. Now this will be just a tuck in. I don't know that I'm going to open them up for a pocket because, you know, a small journal, you don't want to put too much bulk in there. And I can put pockets on the outside of them with some other papers from the kit. So I don't know that I want to get this even. Sorry, I have to quit talking so I can think. Okay. There. All right. Now, but yeah, I might put pockets on the outside of these so that they're just flat hinge pages, right? Excuse me again. So there we've got that opens up that way, and that opens up that way. Switch my glue out of there. Don't want it to stick to itself. So I'll just cover that with these pages from the kit, and that's going to be our little journal. We'll have a signature in. Excuse me. In here, just a small. Now they didn't have signature pages per se in the kit, so I'll ad-lib that one. But yeah, we'll have signature in. Now I picked out these Edith Holden pages. Edith Holden has so much to choose from till you just can't go wrong with her stuff. So that's the front and that's the back. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on in this video and show you what I'm going to do with the matting for the little hinged pages. And then I'll sort of get the whole thing put together, and we'll come back and do some more stuff. Trying to plan it out to where the video doesn't get too terribly long, and you know, stuff. So let's see. I want to put the fabric on first because, yep, I do. Let's see. I need a little bit of fabric to go on the, because if I wasn't going to put a signature in, I would probably not even bother with this, but since I'm going to bother with it. So yeah, scissors, because I don't want to, doesn't need much really. I don't want to have my I'll fold that back up later, I promise. Okay. I don't want to have the signature falling out of it. And sometimes if you don't put some reinforcement on your spine, that can happen. Okay. So that's not what we want to have happen. All right. Yep. Now this is going to be mostly covered up, but you know, ripping fabric feels good, so sorry. Still silly. Okay. Get rid of some of these because they're just going to be hanging around and getting in the way. Okay. Let me get a drink of something. Okay. Now, once again, now I know I've shown this several times lately, but I don't know, if you're making journals, a lot of times you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over. You just do it a little differently and decorate it a little differently and all that kind of stuff as you go. So, and these little envelope journals are fun to make. They're super easy. They can be super simple, or you can complicate the heck out of them. Whatever you want to do. I don't really like to complicate them too much, but sometimes you want to put some extra little thises and that's in there, right? Always remember to smudge your glue out a little bit, because you don't want those wet glue lines. They won't go away. I mean, even though this dries clear, yeah, the wet looking lines that it would leave would not go away. They would stay there forever, and it would bother me. So I'm just saying, if you don't want that happening, or you know, if it does happen, you know, you accidentally oops it, just cover it up with something else. Lace is good for that. Just saying. Okay. Get some of the glue off my hand. Now I want this tacked down because I don't want it popping up when I'm excuse me, gosh. When I'm putting my matting on, right? Okay. Wasn't my tear that was crooked, it was the cut on the fabric. Somebody cut it out crooked. Might have been me, but it might have been at the store. I don't know. You know, back in the day, I've had this fabric for years. So back in the day, it was probably, I don't know if it would have been Joann's or Hobby Lobby or somewhere else. Somewhere back in the day, whenever I bought this. I'll blame it on them because I don't know who it was anyways. Okay, let's see. Excuse me. Okay. There we go. Now that'll be tacked down and I can put my matting on. Gosh. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be such a cute little journal. Really pretty. Because, you know, there's going to be lace and all kinds of... Oh, I might put stickles on some of this because, yeah. If I don't forget that that's what I was going to do. But anyways. Yeah. I do like Edith Holden's books. I found one the other day on eBay, so I've got another one ordered. I have another bigger one. This one was from one of the smaller books. You can get them in lots of different formats. So it was about the right size for this little journal. I thought, well, why not? But I have a bigger one that I'd been taking apart. It's odd because the pages, when they bound it, it was just a misprint or miss something from the printer. Some of the pages were put in upside down, and that was kind of weird. I mean, it didn't matter to me because I was going to take it apart anyway, so that was all good. But I just thought, well, that's just really odd. Ugh. Okay, to get a book that's done like that, but stuff happens, right? Okay. Our front's gonna be awesome. Okay, now, so anyways, I found another one. I have to wait till I find them at a reasonable price. I'm not gonna give gobs of money for a book that I'm gonna be just taking apart. Now, if I were gonna get it to display or something like that, then yeah, I'd want a really, really nice, super nice copy, you know, and I have a nice copy, I do, for my own purposes, but I don't even think I gave too terribly much for that one. You just watch for the good deals, right? But that's what I do. Where's my brayer? But yeah, I just, you know, I thought, well, what did I do with it? Have you ever done that? I mean, maybe I'm just incredibly talented, but have you ever just put something somewhere and don't know where you put it? I'm sure I can't be the only one that does that. I hope I'm not. Maybe I am. I did say I'm my own kind of weird, right? Anyways, yeah, I don't know what I did with that one. It's big, and I definitely want to use the book cover for specific purposes, but I don't know what the heck I did with it. So, I'm sure it'll surface eventually. It's got more pages in it that I haven't used than this little one did. But still, with Edith, you can't go wrong. You find good, pretty pages. I mean, look at this one. You have to choose, though. This side or that side, right? I do love her books. And they pretty up my journals. Which way's up? Okay. I just want to make sure. Make sure. Hey, make sure. Yep, make sure. And don't stick my head in the camera, right? Oof. Now see, this is why I said always check those corners, because going back later can get problematic if you didn't glue those down to begin with. But you always want to get those glued down ahead of time. Give it a good squashing. Here we go. All right. Okay. Yeah, that was a nice page on the other side too. But yeah, I just wanted the other side of this because, I don't know, you just pick, right? At the moment, I thought that one was best for what I'm doing. You can't go wrong with any of Edith's pages. Even if it's her text pages where she's writing about whatever season or or the animals that are out and about, or the whatever she's writing about. So that's going to be just a darling little journal. Okay, now, excuse me again. Gosh. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is put this on here carefully. Maybe I'm going to put it on this side first because I think I'm going to have some overlap, which is fine. I don't mind having a little overlap. Then you just trim it off, right? But yeah, I think I'm going to see how much of an overlap I'm going to have. Just a tiny bit. I'm okay with that. I wanted to cover this completely. You don't have to do that. If you're not going to do that, make sure you get those little bits down on the inside of the envelope, okay? But I wanted to cover it completely, so, you know, like I said, it's how much of a challenge do you want to set for yourself? Sometimes you don't want that much of a challenge. Most of the time I don't, but on this I just wanted the whole this to be covered, right? Yeah. I'm gonna do this and go in a little bit there. I know I've got some that's gonna be off, so we'll see how much I'm just trying to gauge where to put the glue and where not to make a mess with it, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so let's put this on here like so. No, don't do that. Okay, I'm gonna put it just right. Well, I've got to make sure I'm getting up to that edge, but not over it. Not over it. Come on. Okay. All right. Hopefully that's, I hope. Yeah. Okay. Looking good. So far, so good. Now this time you can kind of tell where to put the glue, right? As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to put the glue around here on the envelope. I just want to make sure my edges are down really good. I hope I'm in shot. Sometimes that's the place you want, well, all the time, that's the place you want to make sure everything is tacked down. You don't want anything to let loose. is what I'm trying to get at, right? Okay. All right. Now, and that's how I'm going to do those. So this is getting a little long, and I'm trying not to, but I wanted to show you how I was doing, just putting the thing together, right? Just trim it. Don't trim into your envelope. Just carefully trim right down there. And it's got tape on it, so I'm having to, you know, do that. Okay. Alrighty. Get rid of that. So, there you go. Let me see. I'll give it a roll. Okay. Now I've been doing some die cutting, so of course you know I'm going to use those. And the other one will go on this side. Now that that's on, this one will be easier to do. Okay. So that's going to go in there, and that's going to go in there. The beginning of my Tanya Tuesday videos for, I think it's Bluebell Woods. I think. All the links will be below, and then you'll know for sure if you want to use her papers. This is one of them. I've got gobs of things that I'm going to be doing, but this is just the beginning. Like I said, I'm using the some of the little journal cards. I'm going to show how to do these very soon on another video. These are fun. Super, super fun. Like I said, die cutting. Yeah, I'm doing some die cutting, getting some... There's a lot of little fussy cut things that you can do in this kit too. So anyways, I'm going to quit waffling on and just rambling about whatever. So that's how I'm putting this base together for this little envelope journal. Gonna be super cute. Gonna be super cute. Tanya Tuesdays, okay? Every Tuesday in March, I'll be doing another little step with this series, okay? You guys take care. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. TTFN.